Hi everyone, so just having a look here at Hex. So just haven't done a YouTube video in a good while, to be honest, so just coming on here and giving a breakdown really of what's going on. So obviously Hex had a massive run here, as you can see, going into the start of December. Massive pump up and also a massive pump down. So then around here, this is when Interpol news came out. We had this big push down here. Really the point of this video for me and why I'm making it is just to kind of show how everything's effectively predetermined and that nothing's actually random. And just because Hex is down at these prices doesn't mean it's the be all end all and it's over, because it's actually not. And a lot of people, I think, online just try to they can't even read a chart and they're trying to tell people about these things and that's over, and do you know what I mean? So for me being able to come on here and show everyone, well, actually no, it's not over, nothing's random, and everything's actually pre-coordinated. And for me, I'm still quite content and happy to be in these assets when you compare it to other assets, so to say, i.e. Bitcoin. So as I was saying there, obviously, right, we had that Interpol news come out, right? So if you think about that, right, when that news came out, we had this massive down close candle here, right? But for me, as an institutional trader, all I see here is an area residing with sell side liquidity. So by injecting that news into the market, all it did was effectively make a run on liquidity right here under this old low. So whether that news came out or not, it doesn't have any sort of indifference of what this coin is going to do in factor where it's just going to tear its arse off and it's going to go to zero. That's not exactly what's going on. For me, that just basically was used as a volatility event to actually go down here and take out the liquidity residing under here that was formed well before the news ever even came out. So we have November 5th, November 3rd here, or November 4th should I say, and then I'm pretty sure this was the day the news came out, in and around here anyways. But whether that news came out or not, that level was already priced in. So either way, imagine this side here wasn't here and we're trading up here, that liquidity still had to be taken, with or without that news coming off. So when you look over here, we're going into 2025. We've mapped out the first quarter of the year. Right here, when we were getting them massive pumps down, we left a little gap imbalance right up here. So price is just meandering around here, la-di-da, doing its thing, comes up, taps into it, and effectively trades off of it back down to this old low. And what it does after that, it retraces up into here, a fair value gap formed here and here, and then proceeded to trade back down to here, which is effectively my target price of where I wanted Hex to actually go. So now that it's after forming all this sell side here, the only actual option for price to move is to the upside, effectively. So if you look, it's absorbed all this liquidity resting under this low, here, all that's been absorbed, right? So just so I can kind of paint a picture. So for me, this just looks like an ample opportunity for a reversal. Sweep the lows and reverse back up to here, eventually to 0.03031. Whether that happens probably the next quarter, I'd say, or maybe the following quarter, might even take till the last quarter of the year, I don't know. But what I can tell you is it's going to want to get back up there, and where it's also going to get back up to is over here. So we have 0.04319, which is what I'll show you now. The very, very, very first day we had the inception of Pulse Hex. So I'm just going to mark the body of that candle off, right? So I'm using this as the bottom of the range that's been formed, and right up above that wick, liquidity is residing there. So yes, it has to come up to here, but it also has to come up to here and absorb that liquidity. So see how this is all kind of painted a picture? Like, none of this is random. Even over here, this didn't just happen on its own. This happened because there was fucking liquidity residing up here that needed to be absorbed. Formed back in March 2024. So either way, I had to go up there and basically absorb that. And once it's absorbed it, it was allowed to trade off. And coincidentally, we then had that news release come out with Interpol and whatever other fucking shit's going on. But all of this is 100% pre-controlled. It's not random. Like, it's 100% not. So when I have people fucking, well, not even when I have people, when I'm looking at people online and they're fucking just all panicking and they don't even know what they don't know what to do. They're frozen. Whereas for me, I'm painting the picture. I perfectly can see a reversal happening from here. 100%. Like, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Right here, that's a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Effectively, all the buy side up here, what did it do? It offered sell side here. So now, honestly, I would prefer for it to come down a little bit more and actually fill that fully. And then trade away. So it could come down here, wick it, bounce away then, and forming the reversal. So that could start somewhere around here. So we're nearly coming into the end of this month. So today's the 15th of March. So it might take maybe into the very start of April to do it. But eventually I will want to see price coming back up into here. I'll want to see it coming back up past here. Let me break it down onto a lower time frame. I'll eventually want to see it coming back up into here in terms of that imbalance there where I tapped it over here. I want to see it actually hit the high of that. Eventually then trade up, hit the 0.03 level, and eventually go back up and actually break the high. And then Pulsechain is actually at high, effectively the highest it's ever been, which is at 4 cent. Like, this isn't ideal. Like, as soon as I post this video, like this isn't actually ideal entry execution for a buy. Perfect. So yeah, if you're watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gives you a bit of insight in the way I'm viewing the markets. And like, even though it's down, I'm not fucking worried. Does it sound like I'm worried? No. I can see the picture. I'm painting the picture. And I'm just expecting price to do what it's meant to do. So yeah, again, if you did like the video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching.